Hello, my name is Steve Lever, and today I'll be talking to you about New Enterprise. Many of you will know the original Enterprise series, as it's been one of our most popular series for many years now. What I'd like to do in this short presentation is just talk to you a little bit about some of the changes that we've made to the series. Enterprise, as it stands at the moment, is a 4-level series, and you can see on the slide the various levels. Things that we have incorporated into the series that we did not have before are the following. We've added a culture section, as well as a values section. We've included work on ICT and CLIL. We've added more collaborative work into the series, and study tips, as Enterprise is often used in schools where learners are preparing for examinations. We also have a self-assessment section based on the CEFR, and public speaking work where learners are encouraged to do extended monologue. Let's have a look at the basic structure of the material. Enterprise now consists of 3 units in 4 modules, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how those units are structured. Each unit consists of a modular page, which also has a reading text, a vocabulary lesson, a grammar in use lesson, a skills in action lesson, a culture clip, and a review section. I'm going to take a module now just to talk you through it and show you what we have there. So, as I said, each module starts with a modular section. The purpose of the modular section is to let learners know what competencies they are supposed to acquire as they work through the material. It's also an opportunity to bring back vocabulary from other years and previous lessons so that learners can now add to that particular lexical area. The particular lesson also includes a reading text, working on reading comprehension, in which new vocabulary will be introduced along with more familiar words. The second lesson is grammar in use. When we teach grammar in New Enterprise, it's very important for me to point out that the grammar lesson integrates all 4 skills. This allows exploration of grammar in a much more contextualized way, which will make sense to the learners and help them remember it. So in each grammar lesson, you're going to find speaking activities, listening activities, and even ICT activities, which encourage learners to do research and maybe do some project work as well. The Skills in Use section is an opportunity for learners to use the language they've learned in functional and social contexts. Also, the Skills section is where we have the writing task. And as always with Express Publishing Writing, we provide learners with a model to explore and a plan to help them organize their work. The next section is the Culture section. This is where we encourage learners to explore the culture of English language speaking countries. But very importantly, we also ask them to focus on and discuss their own cultures, as this is something they may want to share with friends abroad or visitors who come to their country. Following that, we have the review section. This is designed for learners to check what they are sure about and what they might want to look at again. The competencies at the bottom of the page are all taken from the Common European Framework, so essentially learners are grading themselves against the level that they are required to be. Another new addition in the New Enterprise series is the addition of a section on values and on public speaking. There are one of each of these every 3 units. As I mentioned in my introduction, we wanted to incorporate new methodology into the Enterprise series. Very important modern methodology is the idea of 21st century skills. These skills are often described as the 4 C's: collaboration, creativity, communication, and critical thinking. And you will find these incorporated throughout the whole of the course. There are think sections to encourage critical thinking. ICT sections to encourage learners to do research and express their own opinions and talk about the things they may find during that research. You're also going to find many more opportunities for collaboration. We have included many more activities that involve group work and pair work throughout the course. I would like to say just a few words about some slight differences between the various levels of the series. The underlying structure remains the same, but for example, from level 2, we include extra work on American and British English. We will also have work on pronunciation practice from level A2. In the B2 level, because learners are moving towards examination, we have a lot more practice in exam-style tasks. You can find out more about all these if you look at the relevant leaflets or you go to our website. Of course, no new course would be complete without its digital support. And we did find recently that this was very valuable when, because of the virus, many learners were forced to do distance learning. The combination of our DigiBooks app and our interactive whiteboard software, which can be transmitted through something like Zoom or Skype, have proved to be very, very useful to continue quality teaching when learners are not able to go to the classroom. Having said that, hopefully when we're all back in schools later this year, they will still be equally useful. And I just wanted to say a few words to finish off about these digital components. Express Publishing DigiBooks is essentially a twofold system. On the one hand, it provides access to the digital version of the book. On the other, it is a learning management system which enables the school to set exercises, follow scores, check on their learners, etc., from a centralized system. For the student, it's important to note, for example, that the DigiBooks app includes all the listening exercises. So if it's very difficult to do listening, for example, in a distance learning situation, learners can still do their listening exercises from home. For the teacher, it's important to note that if you're using the learning management system, you will be able to send out homework to your students electronically. All you have to do is select the task, deadlines, etc., and your learners will receive that assignment and be able to do it in their version of the app. When the learners receive the assignment, a very important part of this whole process is that the activities actually allow the learners to check their own answers. This means that they can try and correct their mistakes, reread the grammar rules or whatever, and try again and essentially actively learn from their own mistakes. When they've done those activities, those scores are sent back to the teacher. So first of all, the teacher can see who has done their homework and, very importantly, how many attempts it took them to do it. The other digital component that I mentioned is, of course, the interactive whiteboard software. I just want to make very few basic points about this. Our interactive whiteboard software includes interactive activities for all lessons. It doesn't require a special board. All you need to do is use the mouse to click on the activities that you wish to use. Other things that the interactive whiteboard software includes, for example, will be all the listening activities. There is the answer key to help you mark the homework or whatever a lot faster in the classroom. If you're teaching grammar, the relevant grammar reference table is there for you, as are extra grammar flashcards that you can use to elicit language from your learners. Other additions to the interactive whiteboard software are a number of videos. The course includes many of these. Some are directly related to the text, some are what we call documentary videos, which expand on the same kind of thematic area. Also, there are games for learners to play to engage with the language and to revise it. Other extras that are included in the interactive whiteboard software are the culture sections, the language review to enable marking, the values sections, the public speaking sections, the CLIL sections, the documentary videos, very importantly, the workbook. The workbook will allow you to mark homework very, very quickly indeed, so that you can get on with teaching the next topics that you would like to explore in your lessons. The same is true for the grammar book, and there is a searchable word list which includes definitions and pronunciation. So, to finish with, let me just tell you a little bit about the components in general. Obviously, for the student, there is the student's book, the workbook, and the grammar book. For the teacher, there is a teacher's book, which includes lesson plans, answer keys, etc., a test CD-ROM, and the class CDs, as well, of course, as the interactive whiteboard software. Thank you very much for listening to this brief overview of the New Enterprise series. If you would like any more information, please do contact your local distributor, or you can always visit our website, www.expresspublishing.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining us.